So, you may be wondering why I brought you here today. Well, I have a very important lesson I need to teach you. What's this important lesson? I'm glad you asked. This is the important lesson called economics. Let's start with the basics, or as many call it, basic economics. First, let's talk about what economics is. Economics, basically, money. This is a money. It can be transferred and used for goods and services, or at least that's what I think it's used for. There's a president on it, and there's a number on it. That's important too. The numbers are very important because they tell you the amount money worth stuff. So this is a $20 bill, and that's Abraham Lincoln. That's President Jackson on the $20 bill. Yeah. And so you can buy $20 worth of stuff with this dollar. Probably should have shown a 1. But a 1's like this, but instead of a 20, there's a 1. And it has president on it. So that's money. That's the most basic part of economics. But there's more. So, the next question you're asking, how do I get this money? Well, there's lots of ways. Most of them are legal. Some are illegal. Society prefers the legal ways, and that's what I'll teach you, and then maybe the legal ways. Well, to get the monies, you get a job. Jobs are good. Getting a job is the best way to obtain the monies. The monies come from the job, like it just spills out. But the job requires the works. So you sign up for a job, you get the job, you do the stuff the job tells you to do, and then you get the monies. That's how economics works. But there's more. Stealing stuff is one of the most common ways to illegally obtain money. Well, stealing, you can steal actual money from like banks or people, or you can just completely skip the money part and steal the stuff you want. Either way works, but yeah, that's one of the illegal ways. There's a lot of other ones, but I don't really know them. So stick to stealing or actually legally getting the money. One of those two. Once you obtain the money, either legally or illegally, there's something you must do before you can spend this money. And that's taxes. The taxes are when the government uses your money and pays for roads or whatever. I don't know what they do with it. I also don't know how to pay taxes, so you'll have to figure that on your own. But if you don't pay taxes, you go to jail. So good luck. That's why I get my money illegally. Once you obtain the monies, you can use the monies to buy stuff. Now, there's few things you really want to spend your money on. Those are maybe a house, but definitely Legos. Because Legos are like pretty important. So yeah, once you do all this stuff and obtain the money, you can finally buy Lego sets. Yeah, but also you could buy a house, and there's other stuff that comes with houses once you buy the house. And I'll explain that. So if you decide to buy a house instead of a Lego set, then you have to pay bills. Bills are basically things you do to keep your house running, like water bills and electricity bills and I don't know what other bills. But basically you have to pay this to keep your house running, or else you're basically not gonna have a house. Yeah, so that brought me to the point of all of this. Basically, I made this whole thing to explain to you why I can't leave the faucet running all day to let you drink out of it. Because the water costs money. So, yeah, that's why. Other than that, this is pretty much all useless. You don't really need this. You guys don't need to get jobs. But now you know.